One out, a runner in scoring position for the Hawks, looking to continue to kind of beef up this lead here. Smith at the plate. Liv Smith, she'll lay one on for a bunt, but that one is a foul ball.
Yeah, Smith popped out her first time, hitting .275 entering today. Like we were saying, she has been red hot at the plate recently after getting off to a very cold start.
Yet to hit a home run, but 8 RBIs on the season, maybe a chance for RBI number 9.
Even with the big hits, Cole's still keeping her composure, finding the zone, throwing strikes. You love to see it.
Smith lays one down the third base line. A foul ball there. 2 strikes for her. Smith, a native of Freehold, New Jersey, just outside Monmouth County there, so not terribly far from that West Long Branch campus.
Glad you know your Jersey geography, because I do not.
I am from there, so that helps.
There we go.
As Redding couldn't make the catch there, fair ball. Going to second is Smith. She's in for a double, and scoring is Place. So right on cue, RBI number 9 there for Olivia Smith. The double there. Yeah, the Hawks extend their lead 5-1.
Broadcaster jinx comes back to bite us a little bit.
Well, I guess it really wasn't a jinx. I kind of just spoke it into existence, James. But nevertheless, a 4-run lead. Infield coming in here for Coles.
I doubt they'd bring in Taylor just yet, but it is important to remember the Dragons do have a doubleheader tomorrow rather than a game Saturday, a game Sunday. I know they're going to want to have Coles pitch at least in one of those games, so I assume Aldred wouldn't come in. She gets a lot of the starts when Coles isn't starting, but got to be careful with the freshman here.
Yeah, so all 8 fielders are all position players are in there speaking with her. Outfielders will come back out. And that'll do it for Courtney Coles on her afternoon. She goes 3 1/3. And now, you said it, looks like Natalie Aldred getting ready in the circle.
Yeah, Aldred's been up and down this season on the mound. She's had some great starts, had some that didn't quite go her way, but made 9 appearances, 3 starts, 32 innings, 19 strikeouts for the Elverson, Pennsylvania native. Biggest thing for her, limit the base runners. Batters are hitting .352 against her. If she can do what Coles was doing before she ran into some trouble and just attack, I like her odds out there.
So since Aldred is a position player and she's going to leave first here, we'll have a substitution for the Dragons.
Yeah, number 6, Devin Demchak going to enter the game. She is the backup first baseman, also plays in the outfield sometimes. Senior in her 4th year on the squad from Bath, Pennsylvania. Devin went 2 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs in a big game against Maryland Eastern Shore about a month ago.
So now we got a lefty on first instead of the righty that is obviously Aldred.
Yeah. One of only 2 lefties on this Dragons lineup. It's Shuley and Demchak. As they get Aldred feeling comfortable out there.
So she heads into the circle. 1 out, runner on scoring position there on second. That's Liv Smith obviously coming off that RBI double. And that's going to bring up Dominique Lopez. A walk and the strikeout looking at her last at-bat in the 3rd. So first pitch from Aldred on its way for ball number 1.
Yeah. Talking about Lopez, though, her 2 at-bats versus Coles, she was fighting in both of them. Brought both at-bats to full counts. We'll see if she's able to get a hit here off Aldred.
Here's the 1-0 to Lopez. This one grounded down the third base line. 5-3 put up there, and Smith into third safely. Certainly a risky piece of base running there, but it's going to pay off for the Hawks. 2 outs, but now a runner on third for Monmouth.
Yeah. Smith didn't get the biggest jump there. You'd think she might head over a little quicker. But once again, really nice work by Rowlands over at third. She is just diming those up across the infield. Earlier to Aldred, now to Demchek.
Brie Larson now at the plate, singled in her last at bat. Was 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Called strike there to her. So Aldred able to get her first out of the afternoon, but that does come at the expense of a base runner moving to third. Big at bat here. Get outside.
Yeah. Lawson really kind of got a sneaky little hit up there last time, and we've talked about that's what she can do. And now with the runner on third, you got to be careful because she also, still with 1 strike, could be a threat to bunt.
Aldred winds up. And a called strike there, so not much threat of bunting now.
Not at all. For Aldred, she's not a big strikeout pitcher, but 19 over 32 innings this season. Chance for her to add a lucky number 20.
Aldred from the circle. Outside there. That'll even the count.
She's had good location, though, so far on almost all of her pitches. That can be where she runs into some trouble sometimes, is not able to consistently find the zone, but even that one, super close.
Here's the payoff pitch. This one lifted. Aldred couldn't get her glove on it, and that not only will score Smith a base hit there for Larson. So another run in for the Hawks. It is 6-1 in favor of the visiting team. I mean, just an impressive display of offense here for Monmouth.
Yeah, but another time where Brie Lawson makes a big hit, but really it's not a big hit. It's a little bloop. That one just over the head of Aldred. Missoni kind of bobbled it as she was trying to get it over to Demchek. But no matter what, this Monmouth team is not giving up.
And now Ellis Stevenson at the plate, which is not a good sign for Drexel, considering that Stevenson is 2 for 2 on the afternoon.
Yeah.
Single and a double.
She has some New Jersey legacy. She's a 2-time state champion at Watchung before she arrived at UMass and now Monmouth.
Called strike there to her. Little first baseman against first baseman, obviously, since Aldred was formerly in this game a position player playing there at that 3 spot. So 2 outs. Got a 5-run lead. Definitely a surprising one, but a game that Monmouth really needs, so they're in a good position to do so. Still plenty of time left, though.
Yeah. For Monmouth and for Drexel, the one advantage they may get from this shakier inning is Alyssa Imont, who has been dialed in, kept her momentum, kept her pace the whole way through. Now with Cole starting the inning, Aldred coming in, she's had a little bit more time where she's not, working that arm. So could be a chance for the Dragons to try to cut down on that lead.
And James, ironically enough, for Monmouth, they're 1-7 on the road. So
yeah.
And Drexel's 7-3 at home. So definitely an interesting development as that one in the dirt, but Larson will stay at first.
Yeah, Bergman always does a good job of making sure nothing gets past her. It's been, in the last 2 games, she's looked a lot stronger at blocking balls than both Cornell and Monmouth's catcher.
Aldred lines one up, fly ball out to center. Scully is under it, and that will do it for the top of the 4th here, but not without some more runs coming for Monmouth. They lead 6-1 here at Vitus Sports Complex. We'll take a break here on Flow College. All right, welcome back. A 6-1 lead for the visitors in Monmouth. And a solid outing for Alyssa. I'm on obviously a lot of run support, but she has been solid. Inning number 4 coming up for her. She's obviously through 3. Just 1 run allowed. So here is Jackie Masoni at the plate. And this, I mean, probably no one better here for the Dragons to come up and bat. They need some momentum, and they need it right now.
Yeah. For Ima, it's been such a good day. Only 3 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts, just 1 run over the 3 innings of work.
So Masoni able to get ahead in this count. 2-0 to her. Called strike there as you saw Masoni lay off that one. So 2-1 now. So for Masoni, had that single back in inning number 2, second at bat for her. As that one went off the bat of Masoni.
Called it a foul, though. Lucky one for her.
Yeah, it definitely a break for Iman. Very close to the kind of wrist of Masoni.
For Masoni, who's dealt with so many injuries, just got to be careful every time she's out there.
2-2 to her, and that'll bring up a full count.
Masoni, not one of the more disciplined Dragons hitters, but she can get on via a walk for this season.
There you go, right there. Actually, no?
I guess we miscounted. I had 3-2 as well, but now we bring it full.
So we'll do it again here. Confirmed 3-2 to Masoni. Grounder to short, but that one goes off the glove of Bree Lawson. Nevertheless, reaching first is Masoni.
Yeah, great work by Masoni. Just heads-up base running's been the story of her game today. Saw that one, didn't think, oh, man, I jammed it up. Let me just trot over to first. No, she headed out there with some speed, and now a leadoff base runner.
Yep. So now Macy Bergman, the catcher, at the plate. She'll lay off the first pitch. Throw back to first is not in time. So with no outs, runner on for Drexel, which is definitely what they need, but got to capitalize now.
Yeah, could be a chance for Bergman, who's been an RBI machine of late.
She'll lay off that one as well. Yeah, Bergman from the area, from Philadelphia, the sophomore. Again, her first career home run came pretty recently on March 21st. Since then, hit 2 more. 268 average, not bad for that 5 spot. She'll take a break real quick, and the umpire will reset.
Yeah, not bad at all for Bergman. She was great defensively last season. Bat was a little slower.
Down the third base line, but that one goes foul. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
ball.
staying corrected.
Yeah.
Fair ball there.
Wow, that
So,
looked close.
All of a sudden, a base hit for Bergman, and 2 runners on for the Dragons.
So one that bounces off the glove of Lawson, then one that just catches the line. Puts 2 on with no outs.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you're Imont, not thrilled with the past 2 at-bats, but for these position players, make a play now with 2 on, no outs. So here is Ariana Castillo. As for her, so she went first at bat, 1-3 there in the second inning. As you saw, I'm not making the play. When you're a pitcher, you obviously, it's got to feel good when you make the play. As infield in, and this could be it for Imont. At least a conversation with her.
Interesting. Yeah, they be interesting to take out a pitcher with the count already started, but it's happened before. See, just a little conference.
Yeah, the Hawks must have seen something. So Imont gonna stay in the circle.
Castillo, just 1 RBI on the season. That came in her first career home run against Maryland Eastern Shore back in March.
She is still hitting 300 though.
Yeah.
So the production is there for the sophomore, the Bethlehem native, as you attested to earlier in the broadcast. Imon's pitch, that one in. Actually, I stand corrected. A strike call there by our home plate umpire.
Yeah, 3-1 to Castillo. She is good at getting on base. 300 batting average, 323 on base percentage.
This one fouled off and goes out of reach for the first baseman, Stevenson. Yeah, a lot of balls hit over in between that dugout and those bleachers over there, none of which have been caught by the first baseman on either side, but generally most going out of play. Here's the full count, though, coming up. Ground ball to third. Potential double play. And there it is. Wow. A very heads-up play there from the third baseman. That was Bloss. Wow. Grabbing it pretty much right down the third base line, stepping on the bag and making a pretty impressive throw to first. And all of a sudden, just an absolute killer for Drexel. 2 outs right away. Still a base runner, but that is just a momentum killer.
Mackenzie Bloss, what a play.
So now McKenna Rollins at the plate. For Rollins. That one fouled off the backstop there. Yeah, it seemed like, just all the momentum for the Dragons, just a killer. But, again, an incredible play there.
Great work by
from Bloss,
too, because she was behind on Castillo. 3-0, works back in the count, gets her to ground into a double play.
Big swing and a miss there, and that'll do it.
Wow.
For the bottom of the fourth. Drexel had 2 on, but a big play there from Bloss. And with that, it remains 6-1 as we head to the 5th inning here on Flow College. Welcome back here to Flow College. 6-1 advantage for Monmouth, and up at the plate is Mackenzie Bloss, and she might very well, it's still early in this one, but she might very well be Alyssa Imon's best friend.
Yeah, that play she made over at third is such an incredible veteran move. Sees the play from start to finish and got the big double play her pitcher needed.
Strike called there. So for Imon, third at bat, had a single earlier, Bloss had a single earlier. So 1 for 2 on the evening. This one, fly ball deep, and forget about this one. It's a solo shot from Mackenzie Bloss, and what a sequence it has been for her. The entire dugout comes out to home plate, and Mackenzie Bloss with the blast. It's a 7-1 advantage for the Hawks.
Jackson, I looked at your face, man. I think we both knew that ball was out of here from the moment it left her bat. Wow. And when you're talking about Mackenzie Bloss, now you're talking about player of the game as she collects her 4th home run and 19th RBI on the season, hitting above 350 as well.
Yeah, just a monster season and a monster game for her this afternoon. So, starting off the 5th inning strong are the Hawks. Still on the mound is Aldred. So Gianna Stern at the plate now. 2-0 count here to her. Stern in second today.
Yeah.
Bloomfield, New Jersey native.
She added those 2 runs in the third that brought the lead for Monmouth to 4-1 with the RBI double.
Outside there to her. Yeah, James, there are some home runs where it can be a little hard to tell. Obviously we saw that earlier on what was very close to a home run, but that one was pretty much a no-doubter from when it was hit.
Yeah. Just that was slugged out of here in a matter of seconds.
So here's the 2-0 coming up to Stern. Called strike there. Yeah, Gianna Stern, 260 on the year, 16 RBIs, get OPS on that 850 mark. So yeah, pretty solid stats for her. 3-1 on its way. And that'll make it a full count.
Nice. Yeah, Aldred has had a ton to deal with since she entered the game, but for her, I've really appreciated the composure I've seen from her today versus outings past. It's definitely improved.
We'll see how much longer she stays in the circle. As there's a liner out to left or right center field, excuse me. As rounding for second is Stern, and she's in there.
Wow.
So following the solo shot from Bloss, Monmouth, they're not taking the foot off the gas.
Not
a
at
double
all.
for Stern.
Yeah, 7-1 now. Stern's second double of the day. And that one just found the perfect gap between Shuley and Cunningham, rolled out to the wall. If Caluga hadn't cut it off, there was a chance they maybe could have gotten her at second, but really, really nice piece of hitting from Gianna Stern. It seems Drexel, or Monmouth's coach, going to have a quick word with the umpire. And we got a pinch runner.
All right, you see it right there. So pinch runner on second. Now, one thing that didn't change is designated player Jayla Kathina up at the plate. That's Gianna Scotty, who is the pinch runner number 8 for Monmouth. 1-0 now.
Yeah, Gianna Scotty, a junior from St. Joseph by the Sea High School on Staten Island. Love the name of that.
Awesome. Making her way from the Empire State to the Garden State.
There you go. One thing with Scotty is she does not have a great batting average, 182, but you look at that on-base percentage, 438, and it's come from 9 walks this season.
That'll tell the tale right there.
Yep.
I mean, how else is she getting on base, you know?
Yeah.
Called strike there. Make it 2-1. Natalie Aldred still on the mound. Again, coming from first earlier.
Yeah, she needs some weak contact here. The last 2 ones that the Hawks have made contact with were sent aways.
No outs here, top of the 5th. Aldred's pitch. Another ball there, so it'll make it 3-1 the count. And no outs here still. Dragons. Been a rough afternoon, but still some time left. Called strike there. This is going to make it a full count. And just to go over it, James, obviously, as we talked about before we went on the air, mercy rule, that's going to be 8 or more runs after 5 innings. So definitely a topic of conversation.
Absolutely.
I hate to bring it up, but this one out deep left center field, and that's gone.
Oh, my goodness.
A 2-run shot. Jayla Kathina extending this lead, and I mean, again, the broadcaster jinx once again strikes. It is 9-1 here. Just dominant for Monmouth. A game behind Drexel, and wow, I mean, in a game that you really need in the first game of the series, setting the tone are the Hawks of Monmouth.
Oh my gosh, Jackson, what a hit. And that's another one. You knew it kind of right off the bat. That one was going to go. Wow, really just some great hitting, and what a difference in Aldred's start to her day versus the top of this 5th inning. Home run, double home run for Kathina. That is her first home run of the season. Really, really impressive stuff. Let me take a peek at my notes. Yeah, I believe. Oh, she hit 1 last year, so second career home run for Kathina, but very, very impressive knock.
And she went from that originally only had 1 RBI. We'll give her 3 now.
Yeah.
As got an 8-run lead. We just talked about the 8-run part of the mercy rule. Well,
yeah.
Just look at the scoreboard. But for Monmouth, it's just been extra base hit after extra base hit, and that has been the difference. Obviously, a frustrating couple of innings for Natalie Aldred, but for Monmouth, this is just exactly what they needed from the offensive side. Still no outs in this one, and that's going to bring up Kylie McLean, excuse me.
Yeah. Talking about the mercy, the Dragons will have a chance in the bottom here, but they're not able to add on a run. That will be the end of the day here at Vitus Field. They do have 2 more opportunities tomorrow to still win this series. Don't want to count them out yet, although 8 runs is quite a large number to come back from.
On one to McLean, swing and a miss there. Excuse me, 0-2 now is the count.
That was refreshing to see from Aldred after some big knocks on her. Where she was working, some good counts as well. Attack quickly ahead 0-2.
McLean still looking for a base hit. She's 0 for 2. McLean, this one popped up into shallow right field, and that one caught as you see Cunningham making the play out just past second base.
So yeah, 1 out now. Dragons hoping to get some more contact like that where they have time to get under it, unlike the home runs from Catena and Bloss. There was no time to even think.
So now Caitlin Place, the catcher for this Monmouth squad. Yeah, for Place, obviously coming off that double in inning number 4. Originally grounded out to third in her first at bat in the second inning. Called strike there. It'll make it 1-1.
Yeah. Again, nice location by Aldred. She's not been wild by any means. She's not walked anybody. It's just been some big contact. Really spoiled her day.
Yeah, and obviously has not been her day, but she's not giving up here. Continuing here inside the circle and just giving it her all. I mean, you got it right now. If you're Drexel, definitely playing for a little bit of pride right now.
Yeah,
still early in this series.
100%. Both the pitchers that have been out there today, it's been shaky, but they've kept their composure. They've been able to keep going. I think if they needed Coles to go the full game, she would have, just based on the maturity, which is great to see from them both.
Yep, absolutely. So even count here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Top of the 5th inning in Philadelphia. And a called strike 3 there. So 2 outs now as Place goes down looking. That'll bring up that 9-hitter for Monmouth, Olivia Smith, to the plate.
Yeah. Good for Aldred getting her 20th strikeout on the season. I think for her, talking about that pride, that's got to feel good. It hasn't been her day, but she gets the big one there.
Called strike there. And James, yeah, I mean, it really has turned into a beautiful afternoon here.
Yeah. We both know that Vitus Field, the winds are always a factor, but have stayed pretty calm for the most part today. We haven't had any of those whistling winds you could hear on the broadcast.
Inside there, make it 2 balls, 1 strike to Smith. And for Smith, again, we talked about the extra base hit. She had a double in the 4th inning, popped out to short in her first at bat in the 2nd. So 1 for 2 today. One ball there, make it a full count.
Love to see Bergman framing pitches back there too. She really tried to pull that one back
yeah.
in. Yeah.
You gotta.
She's really impressed me as that too, especially as a sophomore, understanding the zone so much on both sides of the ball. Testament to her.
Here's the full count. Pretty much hit it right to Redding, and that will do it for the top of the 5th, but not again without some more runs coming for the Hawks. They lead 9-1 here in Game 1 of this 3-game series. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th on Flow College.